One of the fragments is called GHK. The GHK combines with the body's own copper element inside your body, and it gets
Hmm.
lodged into your skin, into your joints, and all the places. GHK copper is the ultimate beauty peptide there is out there.
Right.
So guess what? We have it now too.
Welcome to Take Back My Brain with Laurie Hammer, where real healing starts in the brain. I'm Laurie, a functional nutritionist and mom who's walked the path from anxiety and burnout to clarity and calm. Each week, we're going to dive into brain-based tools like amino acid therapy, gut health, fasting, and faith to help you reclaim your energy, emotions, and sense of self. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Take Back My Brain. I'm your host, Laurie Hammer, and I'm really excited today because I am chatting with Dr. Nayan Patel, who is a pharmacist and wellness innovator who is actually shaking up how we think about antioxidants and aging. He is the author of the Glutathione Revolution and the brilliant mind behind the patented topical glutathione delivery system that will change your skin, your energy, and your longevity. I am so excited to have you on here today, Dr. Patel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely. I have to ask, how did you get into the glutathione world? Because it's very niche.
Well, you know what? As a pharmacist, when you first started trying to help patients to achieve the wellness or the just purely health, right?
Yeah.
And we have 3,000 plus medications in my pharmacy, and I found out there's nothing that's going to actually solve anybody's problems. You're
Hmm.
buying a subscription from me for the rest of your life that you're going to pay somebody some money, and it's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And your medication name was going to go from one medication to two to five to 10 to now
Right.
13 plus medications a day. It's an average people, how much people take in the 60s. And so
Yeah.
I said, there has to be a better system. There has to be a better
Hmm.
system. Hence, hence the glutathione came into my arena of research. I said, hey, if I can master this one molecule and figure out everything about this molecule, I think there's a possibility of having the wellness journey or the longevity journey without deterring your health. And that's when I started
Mm.
my research back. This was back in 1999 when I first tried doing this work.
Wow. That's an amazing journey. So, kind of tell us, what is glutathione? Because I know some people kind of know what it is, but I don't think everybody really knows what glutathione is.
Which is absolutely a fair statement because I talk to doctors a lot of time and they goes, I know glutathione. I say, well, you don't know, you know what it is, but you really do not know what it really is, right? And so
Hmm.
let me just
Right.
break it down. As terms of molecular chemistry, it's a three amino acids coming together. That's it. It's one of the smallest form of peptide in a body. It's three amino acids. It's a tripeptide. It's not a protein. It's just a tripeptide. But we know about peptides today because of the number of peptides sold in the world today is the
Yeah.
GLP for weight loss. So people know about what peptides are, but what they do not know is there are two different types of peptides. One that actually does the work for your body, and the one that tells your body what to do.
Mm.
Now, I'm not sure about what kind of place you're going to be in there, but in my house, I like somebody that does the work telling me what to do, right?
Exactly. Yes.
And so the glutathione is the first one. It does the work for us. So chemically, tripeptide, three amino acids coming together. But in terms of the medicine, the science side, it is actually the most abundant peptide produced in the human body.
Mm.
It is because it has two main functions. Without this, your body literally gets toxic and it just dies really fast, which is
Okay.
it removes all the oxidative stress out of your body, which is you breathe oxygen. Oxygen is the lifeline for us, but the excess oxygen can also become reactive oxygen species called ROS. And those oxygen species are actually very toxic to human body. Causes
Mhm.
oxidation. It's like visually causes rust, right? It's just rusting your body from inside
Yep.
out. So that's one function it does. And the second function it does is that your liver is full of chemicals that are ready to be neutralize and get rid of it from your body. Because by
Mhm.
the time you wake up, your body's exposed to at least 70 different chemicals the minute you wake up within the first hour,
Well, that's
right?
encouraging.
It is, but the thing is, at the same time, some of them are healthy, some of them are not. Well, some of them are,
Mhm.
I should say, healthy. Some of them are inert, doesn't cause
Mm,
much harm, and some of them are harmful that your body needs to get rid of it as fast as possible. Like, for example, toothpaste, the fluorides is actually not good for you, but the small amount that you need for the brush your teeth to prevent the plaques is absolutely necessary. But your body has to get rid of it. So all
mhm.
those chemicals that your body gets exposed to, those have to be conjugated inside your liver and get rid of it. That's what glutathione does for us.
Ah,
So in it's like everybody has some unsung hero behind the scenes doing all the hard work. Yes,
right.
the president or the CEO of the company or somebody gets all the credit for doing the thinking the right thing, but the actual work is done by somebody else behind the
Mhm.
scenes.
Yeah,
That's what glutathione is. It's actually doing all the work for your human body, thereby releasing the potential of human physiology and the human capabilities to heal itself, diagnose what the problems are, and fix it. Right?
that's
Without
exciting.
that, yeah, that without that you cannot do it. So that's why I want to basically break it down as to what glutathione is and what is it allowing the body to do.
Yeah. So, and you developed a delivery system for glutathione. So, kind of we know what glutathione is, and then there's so many glutathione supplements out there.
I know,
So, I know a lot of my listeners will be like, "Oh, I take glutathione," especially during the pandemic and stuff. Take glutathione, take glutathione. Like,
I know.
dive into that for us. Like, how do we know what we're using is actually working?
Absolutely. So this is something I get every single day, and everybody has their favorite product that they take for, and they've been taking for years, and they don't want to admit that they're wrong, right? And
Right.
nobody's telling you that you're wrong, but you did that because that was the best information you had until you saw this podcast today.
Right.
So you cannot blame yourself for not knowing. So here's the thing, right? I have people that are taking capsules, liposome technology products, and
Hmm.
suppositories, inhale solutions, and they have all these different amino acids that you can buy, like cysteines and glycines that your
Yes.
body can use up to make your own products. Then you go to the IV bars, the doctors will inject you some glutathiones. So I mean, you have literally have 1,000 plus choices to get your glutathione into your body.
Hmm.
Let me just
Yeah.
tell you, not a single product, not even one, actually gets absorbed into your system. They all
That's
work.
frustrating.
They all work, by the way. That's sometimes it's scary because, hey, I don't care how what or how it does it. I know it works. I said, I get that it works, but you should know how. The reason is because if you do not know how, then you're basically taking something blindly. So today I'm
Right.
going to unpack this how it works. And
Okay.
that way you can make a decision based on where you are in your life and your health and wellness journey and make the right choice for yourself. So
Yeah.
the way the body works, every peptides that your body takes from outside sources, human body will break it down into amino acids. It's like when you eat a piece of steak,
Yeah.
the steak doesn't get to stick to your muscle mass, does it? No, it gets broken down. The body absorbs all the amino acids and try to rebuild all those amino acids back together. For example, for one muscle fiber, you need 3,000 amino acids coming together in one chain. So that's what
Right.
you need, right? So that's what happens with glutathione. The body breaks it down, absorbs amino acids, and uses the
Uh-huh.
amino acid to make the glutathione again. And so
Okay.
you are actually depending on your body's ability to produce glutathione. To make glutathione, you need three amino acids, which is what you're getting from the pills and injections and all those things. You need two molecules of ATP, which is your energy source. You also need something like two enzymes to put these reactions together. And you also need something called NAD for electron transfers to make the chemical reaction happens faster. So if any one of those things is missing, the body cannot produce glutathione. The the only thing that we can do is provide the nutrients, the amino acids. The body has to produce enzymes, the body has to make the ATP, and the body has to have NAD. And now today, what people are doing, there's a craze for NAD because why? Hey, if I give you NAD, the body will make its own glutathione, right? If I can give you some mitochondrial support, the body will make some ATP. I give you some cysteine, and the body will make its own glutathione. And so we have all these vitamin supplementations in the world today to basically help each other because there's no one product that can actually get inside your system. Now, there was my technology kicked in, right? If you are at the stage of your life, typically around about 55, 60, where your body's ATP is dropping, NAD is dropping,
Hmm.
everything else is dropping, you are at the mercy of some person that has invented something that can actually deliver the glutathione into your cells. When you can do that part, instantaneously, your glutathione levels in your body rises to high normal. It's like you are basically back to teenager years. That's it. I have enough glutathione like I was in teenager years. When you have this glutathione, all of a sudden the body says, "Oh my goodness, I can start cleaning this body up." And
Right.
so that's that's the reality of this whole thing is that when you're taking some glutathione products out there, I want you to make sure that which way you're taking makes and how they're working. So if you're taking a product and if it's working fine for you, I mean, all means you can continue doing that part. But
Sure.
I can tell you, as you start aging, your levels will never go high enough ever. Doesn't matter what product you take. The topical glutathione that we created actually replaces 100% of the glutathione, not 100%, 95% of the glutathione instantaneously inside your body.
Wow.
Doesn't matter how old you can be 30 years old or you can be 100 years old. Your levels of glutathione will be going back to normal instantaneously for the next 4 to 6 hours based on your usage. You'll go down again and you replace again and again and again, so on and so forth. So that's what we have done in terms of the creation of this product.
Wow. Can you get too much glutathione?
The answer is yes. You can get too much of glutathione, and so hence my first. This was discovered in 2007, and it took me 14 years to release this product. And the reason is because the same question you asked me right now: Can you get too
Hmm.
much of glutathione? And what would happen if you get too much of glutathione,
Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
so I started experimenting right away, right? I gave somebody so much glutathione that it's like a is this is how much some normally would take if you take some other product, let's say 500 milligrams.
Okay.
It's not a whole lot, but I give 500 milligrams of topical form of glutathione, and this person, I kid you not, was having so much reactions, right? The body was just detoxing so fast, having
Oh,
rashes, having diarrhea, and having headaches. I said, "Oh my God, this girl that was working with me said, I can't believe how bad those reactions are." And then I found out that was too much of a dose. And so the first study I did was to find out how much to give you, how often to give you, how long can I give it to you for, and so on and so forth. So the dose, if you get too much of glutathione, your body can go from oxidative stress state to reduction state.
mm,
That can cause rashes, cause stomach cramps, cause headaches, cause fatigue. And so if that happens, just come back, kick back a little bit, allow your
hmm.
body to reset, and then slowly go up again.
Hey, friend, just a quick break to remind you if calming your brain is the missing piece in your practice or in your home, my Mind Thrive certification course teaches you exactly how to do that with targeted amino acid therapy. So it's real science, real results, no band aids. Enrollment is now open. Link is in the show notes. So back to the show. Well, that makes sense. So you were talking about oxidative stress, right? And how glutathione helps with that. And then but when we're thinking about the brain and stuff, I work a lot with anxiety and depression. So oxidative stress can drive anxiety, depression, cognitive decline, and those kind of things. So could you talk about the mechanism how glutathione protects the brain a bit?
So your brain is about 2% of your whole body,
Mhm.
and yet it consumes 20% of all the oxygen that you breathe in. And this is in otherwise healthy human subjects. Most people are shallow breather. They only breathe from the
Right?
upper part of the lungs. They don't breathe all the way deep down. So the oxygen is already less to begin with. And so instead of 20%, the brain gets the first dibs of all the oxygen that you breathe, right? So all of a
Mhm.
sudden, guess what's going to happen? Your brain is going to get all this oxygen, and all of a sudden, the body's not going to get enough of oxygen, so the oxygen stress in the brain is probably going to be the highest. Probably going to be the highest. And so the highest amount of oxygen stress in your body is in your brain to begin with,
Mhm.
right? And glutathione in your brain does not get fast enough, right? It has to go through so many different channels to get to your brain. So the brain sort of accumulates glutamine, cysteine, some of the amino acids. It's kind of bioaccumulates inside your brain, and
Okay.
that's one of the reasons why people have issues with foggy brain early on in dementia. They cannot remember things, is because the body has too much of glutamine. Again, that's just one of the hypotheses, of course, but this is one of the reasons why people have too much of glutamine in the brain. And so, if we can somehow get rid of that or improve the glutathione concentration inside your brain,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, the oxidative stress will go down, and your brain thinking capacity gets clearer. Right now, I've done this experiment with a lot of patients that have those gene mutations, and they did not even know they have this fog in their brain for like, I don't know, couple of decades probably. They have no
Sure.
idea. These are physicians themselves, and they've tried everything possible. They'll apply the gluten on the arms right in front of me, and I kid you not, 10 minutes later, it's like somebody just opened the curtain. That's how they felt. Now, of
Wow.
course, this is 1 in 1,000. It's not everybody who's gonna get that feeling, but when they feel that, the doctor will come to me. I said, "My god, I had no idea that I had a brain fog."
Mm,
And so it is absolutely necessary, uh, that critical into how we can reduce oxygen stress in your brain down, because people don't even know they have brain fog, and they just live with it the whole time.
that is so true. You don't know it until it's gone.
Exactly. And the thing is, if you think about ancient diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or ALS or any of those diseases,
Mhm.
the root cause of all these conditions has been there for 30, 40 years,
Yeah.
right? Poor
Yeah.
diet, poor habits, all these things accumulates over time, and eventually you get a problem. The problem is you can't remember is Alzheimer's. If you have movement disorders, you have Parkinson's. If your whole body shuts off, you have ALS. So the disease are labeled by the symptoms, not by the cause. The cause is the same.
Right. Right. So what causes the decrease in glutathione? I mean, I know with age, but what other things will decrease glutathione in our body?
So it's your usage. So I'll have to give example of money, because finances everybody can understand that part.
Sure.
So if your expenses are $5,000 a month, and if I give you $5,000 every single month, how much money you have left over? Zero,
Zero.
because everything I give you is getting used up. Uh, if I give you every single month $5,000, and every single month you use up $5,000, and I don't care if it's 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, you have zero left over, right?
Right.
So there's no point measuring glutathione levels, because if you're going to get what your body needs, the levels are going to be zero all the time. But what you can do is you can see what money can buy. And so what you do see is that, hey, how much stuff do I have that money can buy? I have a new car, a new house, a new sofa set, or new furniture, or new computers and things like that. Maybe I have no money, but I have all the stuff money can buy, right? And so
Mhm.
what happens is that this is assuming that you're getting the money all the time, but you only get money if you're working. Now, what happens is you start working in your 30s, and then 40s, then 50s, and then 60s. Your work outputs is constantly decreasing,
Right.
right? Your brain power your experience is increasing, but your output is decreasing. And so what happens is that as you get older, your ability to make money by physical labor decreases a lot, right?
Mhm.
Thank God when we get older, people don't count on us to do the hard labor. They just
Right.
pay us for the brain power. But the body doesn't function that way. The body has to do its work, otherwise it's useless, right? And so
Mhm.
the glutathione's job is to do all this work. And if the body is not able to produce the glutathione as we age, because of either the amino acids are wrong, either that, or the ATP is lower, NAD is lower. But more importantly, even though that's everything is correct, our our need for glutathione actually increases as we age. Because keep in mind what it does. reduce oxidative stress, which is probably the
Uh-huh.
same throughout your lifespan, so that doesn't change. But the conjugation pathway to detoxify your liver is increasing as we age
Sure.
because everything that we do is accumulating. We have the body starting to build proteins and tissues. And if it doesn't have all the resources, it gets halfway through and says, oh, I cannot finish this job. So it just dumps the whole
Right.
project. And so all this excess junk in the body has to get rid of it. To get rid of it, the body will do something called senescent cells or try to kill all those dead cells and zombie cells and try to get rid
Right.
of it. But all this takes energy. Everything takes
Mm.
energy. And so if your body's trying to clean up all this debris out, we need a glutathione to do all this work for us. And if as we age, our levels either stays the same or decreases. And so our needs are increasing, our production is the same or decreasing. So all of a sudden there's a gap.
Mhm.
This gap is what we call oxidative stress. And as oxidative stress increases over time, it accumulates. The problem actually accumulates over time, doesn't go away, right? It's like a volcano. It's ready to get erupted one day. And
Right.
volcano erupts, you have a disease. You get diagnosed with some sort of disease. That's a volcano erupting in my dictionary. And so, yes, the body, as we age, the levels of glutathione may stay the same or may reduce, but our needs are actually either staying constant or increasing.
Mm.
And in most cases, it is increasing. So the gap gets doubled and doubled and doubled every single year. And so that's what the issues are going to be. Plus, our behavior is such. There's so many things that it's like we call the bad habits, right? We have the bad habits of overexposing yourself to sunlight or to toxic chemicals, or knowingly we'll drink alcohol, assuming it's good for you, but it's detrimental for our health. Smoke
Right.
cigarettes or cigars or things like that, or smoke marijuana or any products of combustion. All these chemicals that you inhale will at one point needs to be detoxified and get rid of it, which the glutathione needs to be at the highest concentration. And so our bad habits is also affecting us as well.
Got it. That makes sense. All those bad habits, right? They affect everything. So, when we're going back to the brain, the oxidative stress and how glutathione helps with that. Can you speak specifically to how glutathione supports like the neurotransmitter production or neurotransmitter activity in the body and why that's important?
So I'm not 100% sure if there's a direct correlation between the production of neurotransmitters and glutathione itself,
Mhm.
but the neurotransmitters can definitely be affected by the oxidative stress markers.
Okay.
And so if the oxidative stress is reduced, the neurotransmitter gets produced efficiently. Now, some of the neurotransmitters can also combine with excess cysteine because in the old days, when we used to, FDA has only approved one product called cysteine to improve glutathione levels. And so little is good for you, more is better is what the assumption is. So people take overdose on a cysteine, and cysteine, when combining with some sort of neurotransmitters, especially dopamine, can cause dopaminergic cysteine complexes, which actually can destroy your brain and the substation nigra for dopamine levels. And when
Oh,
that
okay.
happens, you have something called pseudo Parkinson's or
Mhm.
issues with movement disorders, and you think you have Parkinson's, but in reality, what you have is toxicity of all these chemicals. You should be getting rid of it. So,
Right.
so glutathione can aid in the process of making all these neurotransmitters efficient, but I don't think so is related to direct production of any of the neurotransmitters.
Sure. But it does help them function better.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah. I would love for you to talk about a little bit more about your delivery system and how that affects and you have a whole skincare line. So I would love to know more about all of that. Um, I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm like, I really want to order this. I'm so excited.
So yeah, again, when I see the benefits of what glutathione can do to your health, and
Mhm.
the delivery system is through your skin. When I was in my lab, you know, a great scientist versus a good scientist, the only difference is that you don't put your feelings inside your product. You
Mhm.
just let the product come to you as it is, and you embrace the 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 spirituality of this whole product coming in front of you. So
Yeah.
the glutathione product that we have, it smells like rotten eggs. It is sticky as hell, right? And but it thing work. It just absolutely works, right? And so
Mhm.
I was not about to say, "Hey, no, no, I can do better." No, you cannot. No, you cannot do better, right?
It
So
does stink.
it does stink, and it is sticky, and I cannot do any better about that one, right? So I embrace the technology the way it is, and I said, "Hey, if this is the way it's supposed to be inside your body, then so be it. My job is not to change anything. My job is to learn and see how I can tell the people." I said, "Hey, this is the best form it is. Don't try to change things. Just accept the way it is and use it the way it is, right? Like
Mhm.
you accepted the banana the way it is, right? I don't like banana
Right.
all the time, but you accept it the way it is. You know what it tastes like. You know what it how it. Oh no, but I wish a banana was round shaped. It was so easy to carry instead of a long shape, right? No, you cannot change it, right? It is the way it is. That's what I thought about glutathione. The way it is just the way it is. So topical application is what we found out is the best route because it doesn't get broken down by any enzymes, any amino acids. And then we have dual technology. The second technology is basically it's a sugar molecule with a sticky part that gets to your cell membranes and basically sucks it in inside your cells.
Oh, okay.
So when it does that, of course, the skin gets the first benefit.
Yeah.
So if your skin is an organ, if skin is an
Mhm.
organ, it's the largest organ in your body. The skin gets all the benefit first. It's completely reversed. Everything you do, you eat, you inject, anything you do, your body gets the benefit first and then the skin.
Mhm.
This product actually gets to your skin first and then to the body, right?
That's exciting.
But the skin is not a very selfish organ. It only takes what it needs and just releases the rest to the rest of the body, right? There's
Right.
something called the cell to cell transfer happening all the time. So even though you apply on your skin, you can literally feel you can feel the glutathione rushing up to other parts of your body, including your brain.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
so that's the best part. The skincare, the skincare was just I thought it was you know what? For the heck of it, what if I took the 8 most popular product in the world at the full concentration, whatever they're selling it at, full concentration, use my technology, squeeze it in, and give it to you one set. So that's what we did. It
That's
was
great.
it was just it's like those young kids, and I'm not a young kid, but young kid, those whippersnappers, they just give up some ideas. Say, hey, what if I combine all those things into one and I just give it to
Right?
you one, right? Or like Tesla did, right? I said, hey, what if I send you a car without a driver? The car comes, picks you up, and drops you wherever you want to be. There's no human being. And 20 years ago, 30 years ago, it's what are you talking about?
Like, that will never happen.
That would never ever happen. Exactly. That's exactly right. Until I said, taxi just recently last week, driver's tax. I said, oh my God, this is crazy, right? And
So
so
crazy.
And so it was to me, it was just a crazy project. I said, I'll just do it. And I'm not going to sell this product. There was no intention of selling this product. I only give it to my friends and family.
Yeah.
My wife uses it. My sister-in-law, they're using it. Say, oh my God, this is really good. I said, so do you mean that you're going to stop spending money on those other skincare brands that I'm spending a lot of money on? I said, oh yeah, absolutely. I don't need any of those products anymore. I said, "Oh, wow, this is amazing." And then slowly, slowly, years goes by, and all the friends are asking me to buy this product. So I said, "Okay, fine, really." Now I have to release this product. So that's what I did about 3 years ago. I put a package together. I said, "Hey, I'll just make it available to the public now." And so
That's
it was a
awesome.
pet project for my family, and instead now it's something that a lot of people are able to use this product and get the benefit of it. And all I've done is glutathione, vitamin C, carnosine, DMAE, CoQ10, resveratrol, cyclostragenol. All these have a different functions. Some are antioxidants, some are boosters, some are collagen production, some are telomeres lengtheners. So they all have different functions, but if you put
Hmm.
all them together, it's like the best of the best of the best ingredients that your skin needs all the time. And there was only one thing that was missing inside,
Yeah.
which is your body's own. GHK peptide. Your body
Yeah.
produces GHK peptide is for part of your plasma. So your plasma, which is a water part of the blood, the plasma, when it gets old, it gets fragmented. One of the fragments is called GHK. The GHK combines with the body's own copper element inside your body, and it gets
Hmm.
lodged into your skin, into your joints, and all the places. GHK copper is the ultimate beauty peptide there is out there.
Right.
So guess what? We have it now too.
Awesome.
So
Like
that's something that we
everything is
just
in there.
everything is in, so I so this is my first product launch since the inception of the company 4 or 5 years ago. I never thought there would be another product that I'll ever launch it again. But this, they said, hey, this is your own body's natural GHK. Of course, I'm going to make it happen. And so,
Uh-huh.
use the same technology. It took us 2 to 3 years to develop this product, unfortunately, because the copper, which is an element, a metal,
Yeah.
threw me some curveball in there. And so I said, I had to figure these things out. So it took me a little bit of time, extra time to figure that portion out. But that now we have that ready. We have been using for at doctors' offices for the last 2 years, and the results have been really fantastic.
Oh,
And so I
that's
said,
awesome.
okay, time to let the public enjoy the product now. So we have this product available now.
That's super exciting. Yeah. Everybody wants better skin, right? Especially us ladies. We're like, oh, can we get rid of this? That would be great.
I'll show you the results. I had one lady they were using for like 30 days only, and
Yeah.
all the tracks on lips literally gone.
Nice. See, that makes
Literally
me want to
gone.
get it more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so when I if I show
Say
if you'll
goodbye to
see the before and
Botox.
after picture. I'm sorry?
Say goodbye to Botox.
Well, it's a botulism drug, right? It's not something the human body produces that part. So,
No.
yes, it can give you temporary lift, but, can you tell if somebody had a Botox or not?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you can never tell if somebody had GHK in the body or not because guess what looks natural, completely natural.
Right.
I've been
Right.
using my GHK on my face for the last, I would say, 8 months,
Hmm.
every single day, and I literally have not a single dot of sun-damaged skin in my whole face, my
Yeah. Your
whole
skin
head,
looks amazing. Like your head looks
everywhere.
amazing. Yeah. 'Cause
The
so
whole
many
thing, I put everywhere.
men, yeah, so many men that, are bald, they have like, spots,
Yeah.
from the sun or you hit your head or whatever it might be, like my husband does. So that's good to know. I have to get him some because he definitely has sun damage. He's a farmer, so it just happens.
Oh gosh, yes, and the thing is, I get damaged too because I bump into something, I bump into trees or somewhere, and you
Yeah.
get dents all over the place, right? Guess what? All gone. Everything. And when I saw that part, I said, I couldn't beg my team fast enough. I said, "Can you please work on to get this product released to the people because I can't wait for them to try it. I cannot just wait for them to have this product in their hands because I'm enjoying it every single day. My family's enjoying it.
Yeah.
I want the rest of the world to have this product in their hands too. So yeah, we have
Yeah.
it now. So it's an amazing, it's a blessing that I've been allowed to get this to the people. So I feel so
Yeah.
blessed and so spiritual at this point right now that hey, somebody chose me to have this product to get to the people. So I
Yeah.
appreciate this. I don't take this lightly.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so excited for you. One last question for you. Is there anything we can do to, of course, we want to use your glutathione, topical supplement and all those things. Is there anything else we can do just naturally that will raise our glutathione? Like I've heard like coffee enemas raise glutathione by like 600%, or there's like little patches you can wear. Can you ground and raise your glutathione? Are there any things we can do naturally?
So there's literally 3 or 4 things you can do before you go to supplementation. And this my old adage comes from my grandpa. I said, if you want to be rich, reduce your expenses. Right? That's what they told me.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand at that time because I was a young kid and my grandpa was a
Like, how does
farmer.
this sound fun?
Yeah. I said, what does that mean? I said, do I need more money to be rich? I said, no, no, no. You said to reduce your expenses. And
Hmm.
if you want to be rich of glutathione, the very first thing you gotta do is reduce your expenses. Reduce whatever that you are doing that depletes your glutathione level. That means exposure to overexposure to sun, toxic
Mm.
chemicals, cigarette smoking, or smoke inhalations in general, or alcohol, or anything that uses all these chemicals that inside your body that is depleted glutathione level. That has to be stopped as a first thing. Okay,
Mhm.
so if you do that, that will glutathione your body can produce. You have abundance of this anyways, right? The
Mhm.
second thing you can do is you can have a diet rich of those three amino acids: glycine, glutamine, and cysteine. Out of the three, cysteine is the stinky foods, right? The sulfur containing foods. So
Yes.
those are something that most people don't have enough in the diet. So if you just eat cysteine rich foods, I think you're going to accomplish this goal, which is, again, I'm not here to give diet advices to anybody because I learned my lesson a long time ago. So favorite AI search bot or your search engine, just type in cysteine rich foods and you get your vegan choices, your vegetarian choices, your omnivore, your carnivore, Mediterranean.
Yeah.
I don't care what diet plan you follow, you can get your choices. That's every single day you got to have that part, right?
Mhm.
So those two things alone will get you the glutathione levels up high. Now, if you need supplementation, the third thing for supplementation, the easiest one, if you're young enough, you can actually take the amino acid supplementation by itself, and that should
Mhm.
do it as well, like N-acetylcysteine.
Yeah.
NAC is actually an approved drug by FDA to improve glutathione levels. It
Mm.
works. It works pretty good. It works
Yeah.
pretty good, but it's not 100% replacement. It's just there to just take the edge off. But
Gotcha.
that's not replacement. So if you're young, if you're under the age of 30, by all means, this is all you need. You're done.
Mhm.
After that, unfortunately, you probably need some supplementation.
Sure. I know I do. So awesome. Well, this has been so insightful. We have not had anybody on the podcast talking about glutathione before, so I love this conversation. So thank you so much for sharing all of your insights. If people want to find you, where do they find you?
So my website is aurowellness.com, AURO wellness.com. Everything's on the website, whatever information you need. If you want to buy locally, we do partner with only physicians or healthcare providers. So
Mhm.
they do have access to those products as well, so they can buy from them as well. The skincare, some of the med spas has it, some of the doctor's office have it, but these are usually the skincare lines out there. But we try to make this thing through education only. So I've been on various podcasts over the last 5 years or so, trying to educate the people so that way
Yeah.
they use the products correctly. And appreciate you saying about glutathione because there's only one book, The Glutathione Revolution, in the last 20 plus years to talk about
Yeah.
glutathione into much more in detail. And it wasn't until today that nobody talked about it. Like 20 years ago, when they wrote the book, the last book on glutathione, is because they were trying to sell a product called cysteine, which is immunocal. It's just cysteine, it's whey protein. And
Mm.
it was a good product. Nothing wrong with the product. It's just that it was not giving you high enough levels.
Sure.
If your needs are $5,000 a month, and if I give you 4,000,
You're
I'll
still you're
survive.
deficient. Yeah. You're not going to
I'll
get rich.
survive.
Yeah.
I'll survive. I'll make some choices. I'll do some cutbacks, but I'll survive, right?
Right.
So the cutbacks becomes permanent cutbacks,
Mhm.
right? And then eventually I say, well, no, you know what? I'm only going to give you $3,800 now. Geez, I barely got survival with 4,000. Now I give 3,800. So your body you'll survive regardless, right? And so that's
Mhm.
what this is. It's I don't want you to survive. I want you to live and thrive. And so to living and thriving, you need to have the full replacement of glutathione. That's where the glutathione comes into play. The skincare comes into play. So yeah, check out the website. Sign up for my newsletter. I do take time to write the newsletter and educate the people about these things. If there are any questions, you post a question. If it's addressed to me, my team will send it to me directly, and I will be answering those calls for you. So my
That's
job is to
amazing.
help you sift through this information of chaos and hopefully show you the light, right? And if
Yeah.
you're one of those people that have old beliefs that, hey, I knew this was the best product and I've been using this product, what is this new one? It's time for you to change, right? Don't get too egotistic that, hey, this, because in medicine I learned one thing: medicine keeps on changing and evolving. Don't get stuck to your old beliefs. and being ready to open to the new beliefs, new things, new information that's out there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so, so much, Dr. Patel. I appreciate you being on today. It's been enlightening for sure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. And thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. And if you're able, I would love for you to leave a review. That would mean the world to me. And I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. God bless. See you in the next episode. Thanks for listening to Take Back My Brain. If today's episode helped you connect with hope or direction, I want you to follow the show, leave us a review, and share it with someone who needs it. And if you're ready to start your own healing journey, explore our courses and our coaching programs at lauriehammer.com/store. So until next time, remember, you cannot medicate away a nutrient deficiency, and healing your brain isn't just possible, it's powerful.